Alright, let's dive into something that's got the prog world buzzing. TEMIC just dropped the news about their second album, Ceiba, and honestly, it's shaping up to be one of those records that doesn't just play, it speaks. But here's the thing, this isn't just another album announcement. It's a statement. A bold one. And personally, I think it's a perfect moment to unpack why this matters, not just for fans of the band, but for anyone who's ever grappled with the heavier themes of life. First off, let's talk about the hook. Ceiba is a concept album about loss. Yeah, I know, loss, it's been done, right? Wrong. What makes this really interesting is how TEMIC approaches it. They're not just mourning, they're observing. The lead single, Ceased to Be, is told from the perspective of someone who's dying, surrounded by loved ones. But here's the twist, death isn't the villain. It's a sacred rite of passage. That's a perspective you don't hear every day, and it immediately sets this album apart. In my opinion, it's a mature take on a universal theme, and it's executed with a level of honesty that's rare in prog metal. Now, let's zoom out for a second. TEMIC isn't just any band. These guys are a supergroup, pulling members from Devin Townsend, Neil Moore's band, Haken, and more. Their debut album was a chart topper, but Ceiba feels like they've leveled up. The music itself is more progressive, but what's striking is how they've managed to keep the emotion front and center. One thing that immediately stands out is the blend of genres: progressive metal, pop, hard rock, and even electronic elements. It's like they've taken the best parts of each and forged something entirely their own. What many people don't realize is how hard it is to pull off such a fusion without losing coherence, but TEMIC nails it. The album's title, Ceiba, is inspired by the Mayan concept of the saber tree, which connects the earth, heaven, and the underworld. This isn't just a cool factoid, it's a metaphor for the album's exploration of mortality and transition. If you take a step back and think about it, this album is essentially about how loss isn't an end but a step in life's journey. That's a powerful message, and it's woven into every track. The cover art, the lyrics, the music, it all ties back to this central idea. A detail I find fascinating is how the band uses the saber tree as both a literal and symbolic anchor for the album's themes. Now, let's talk about the music itself. Ceased to Be is a masterclass in dynamics. Eric Gillette's riffs are massive, and the electronic soundscape adds this ominous, almost otherworldly vibe. But what this really suggests is that TEMIC isn't afraid to experiment. They're not just relying on their technical prowess, they're using it to serve the emotion of the song. The chorus, with Frederick Klemp's vocals, is downright anthemic. And the way Miguel Pereira's bass and Simon Sandon's drums lock in during the tempo shifts? It's like watching a high-wire act, thrilling and precise. The video for Ceased to Be is another layer of brilliance. Filmed in the Yucatan Peninsula, it's visually stunning, but what's more impressive is the symbolism. The actress, Anna Kirse, represents the transformation after death, and her underwater scenes are a metaphor for surrendering to the unknown. This raises a deeper question. How often do we see music videos that are this thematically rich? It's not just a promo, it's an extension of the album's narrative. Here's where I'll throw in my 2 cents. Ceiba feels like a turning point for TEMIC. Their first album was great, but this one feels like they've found their voice. It's more ambitious, more personal, and more cohesive. From my perspective, this is what happens when a band stops trying to impress and starts trying to express. And that's why I think Ceiba is going to resonate with people on a deeper level. So, what's the takeaway? Ceiba isn't just an album, it's an experience. It's a meditation on loss, mortality, and the beauty of transition. It's prog metal at its most ambitious, but also at its most human. Personally, I can't wait to hear the full thing. But in the meantime, I'll leave you with this. If music is a reflection of life, then Ceiba is a mirror we all need to look into. What do you think? Is this the kind of album that'll stick with you, or is it just another entry in the prog catalogue? Let me know in the comments below.